I was a massive procrastinator. I used to spend more time on my phone than with anyone else. Don't believe me? Check out the screen usage time. That is nearly 2 days straight in a week without break on my phone. But I went from that to this. So how did I avoid procrastination? Well, in this video, I'll show you exactly how. I know you are eager to skip to the section and find out what I did. Well, here is my first exercise. Instead of skipping over or looking at the comment section or my profile, just sit with me for 5 minutes and actually watch this video. The main culprit of procrastination is attention span. Let's first fix that. Without further delay, let's get started. Number 1. Use technology to avoid technology. It is so easy to get distracted nowadays. If you are about 20 years old, just think of a time when we didn't have phones. What were we actually doing? How were we spending our time? It's actually hard to think of a life like that, a life without phones. Trust me when I say this. I have followed many techniques to stop myself from going on my phone. The 5-minute rule, the 3-2-1 rule and whatnot. They are great when you have self-control, but most of us don't have that. We get easily distracted. There is no one solution that fits all our problems. If something like that existed, we wouldn't need so many similar products or brands in this world. There is no one technique that will help you avoid procrastination, but there are several solutions you can customize to your liking and experiment with it until you find the one that works. When we procrastinate, our go-to response is to go on TikTok or Instagram and scroll endlessly through reels. Let's face it, we can't avoid it completely, and in fact, we should not avoid it completely. Yes, overusage is bad, but if used in the right quantity, it can be healthy. The default blocking system is great. You can block the apps, track the time usage, and use the rest of the features for free. However, it has a downside. It has an override functionality and doesn't offer complete control over the apps that are installed. It allows you to bypass the block in place and continue using it. This is a drawback because most people like me lack self-control, and when presented with a choice to stay in a status quo world, most of the time I would choose to remain the same way doing what I was doing. To resolve this issue, we need to use third-party apps and software that allow more control. I'll not go over the setup of these apps here. If you wish to have a tutorial, I'll be more than happy to make one. There are a couple of apps on Android that I personally use. One is called Block and the other one is called Minimalist. Both are very effective in helping you stay focused. The screenshot I showed you at the beginning is from the Block app. If you wish to see my exact setup and the steps that I took to set this app up, you can download this ebook where I go over in detail. You can download it for free, the link is present in the description. But spend some time customizing and experimenting with these apps. For me, it took nearly a month to perfect it to get the results you saw. For iOS, I think there is an alternative called OneSec app which seems to be effective. If you know any other such apps that helps in blocking apps, do let everyone know in the comment section. Using these apps is one of the best ways to avoid procrastination. Number 2. Practice mindfulness. When I say mindfulness, I don't want you to imagine yourself meditating. Not that it doesn't work, but most people find it difficult to practice. Mindfulness is just a practice of being fully present and engaged in the present moment. So how does it work? Mindfulness involves paying attention to your thoughts, feelings and surroundings without judgment. Sure, meditation is one way, but let's explore more practices than just meditation. Thanks to our short attention spans, which we all have developed in the recent years, we switch tasks very often or don't pay attention to most things happening daily. We just take it for granted. Whatever you do daily, just add the prefix mindful and apply it. For example, if you decide to watch a TV series or anime, instead of getting distracted, turn off your phone if you are watching on TV or laptop and do mindful watching. Observe each character, their dress, background and sounds. An episode will be minimum of 20 minutes and if you mindfully watch it, it's like 20 minutes of concentrated effort you put in, which over time you can use it for other tasks as well, like studying or working. Another example is when you have the urge to scroll Instagram. Instead of avoiding it, use the apps which I mentioned earlier to have 5 minutes of mindful scrolling. By having just 5 minutes, you will be very conscious and more responsible about how you spend your time. Instead of randomly scrolling through reels, you might generally want to catch up on what your friends might be up to. Just adding mindful to the things you do daily will make you start to notice immediately when you get distracted or start procrastinating. Number 3. Follow a routine. I know, routine is so boring. Doing the same thing every day feels like torture. Well, I don't disagree, but hear me out. The reason why you start to procrastinate or go on your phone for hours is that you haven't planned how you want to spend your day. You don't know what you want to do at a given time. As a result, our brain immediately starts to fill the void with the easiest dopamine hitting medium, which is scrolling on Instagram. Just close your eyes and recall when was the last time you actually went on your phone because it was time to look at your phone. I would say probably never. You might have gone because you received a notification, or you might have gone because you felt the urge to. Using your phone is also a work for your brain. Having a routine doesn't mean you have to do the same stuff every single day, but it's about choosing what you do every single day. Here are some strategies that I follow to set up my routine. Plan your day the night before. Take a few minutes each night to plan your activities for the next day. This helps you start your day with a clear sense of purpose and direction. Prioritize important tasks. Identify the most important tasks that you want to accomplish each day and prioritize them. Allocate specific time slots for these tasks to ensure they get done. Use this question for each specific areas of your life: work, study, health, relationship, etc. What's the one thing you can do today such that everything else will become unnecessary or not needed? Include breaks. This is very important. Mark your break time and incorporate regular breaks into your routine. Having breaks actually boosts productivity. Do this and integrate them slowly. I have given my setup which I follow in the ebook, which you can download for free. Procrastination can take us down the guilt trip lane every single day. It hampers our productivity and also affects our mental and physical well-being. Practice the strategies that I have outlined in this video, and I'm sure you will overcome procrastination in no time. This reminds me of a quote that I recall every time I procrastinate. The magic you're looking for is in the work that you are avoiding. Let that sink in for a moment. I have elaborated more on each topic and provided some of the scientific studies backing them. Feel free to download the ebook. The link is present in the description. I hope you got few strategies to try. If you are struggling to study, here is a video that might help you. If you want to implement solo leveling in real life, watch this video. As always, subscribe to get transported into another world. Bye.